It's that time of the day where we like to say it's game week predictions time. It's game week 1-3. It's 13. Let's see how we did last week. Oh my god. We won again, but it was a terrible week. 9 points for me, 4 points for Luke. Oh god. It was, in fact, so nice. So we had to do it twice. The guest for today's episode is none other than the man, the myth, the legend. It's Diversity. I know you are cheering at home, so cheer along with me. If you don't know Diversity's channel, first of all, have you been living under a rock? Second of all, you just have a thing against Southend. But anyway, here's a name, so go and check out his channel. Link in the bio. Now that's enough of the waffle, it's time to get into the first game of game week 13, which is Ultragam at home to Dorking. Ultragam coming off the back of their second win of the season, defeating Gateshead after going 1-0 down. Goals from Con Clark, Denanga, and Dan Malone mean Ultragam are finally out of the relegation zone. Who would have thought? Dorking drew 1-1 at home to Yeovil, which is a very poor result considering Yeovil's form this season and how decently Dorking have been doing. I mean, the only positive to take for them, the fact that they didn't concede about 65 goals. Dorking, however, have 10 points in their last 5 games, so they're surely going to be winning this game. I'm going to be backing them. They are the favourites in my books, and that is why they will get a nice 2-1 victory. Ryan Seeger to score. Diversity. I've said it again and I've said it before. It's your go.
Yo, yo, boys and girls, it's your boy Diversity here, back on Hiccup's channel for a second week running. I didn't do well last week, did I? I'm going to admit, I thought I was really in the clear after giving you those predictions, and I did awful. Hiccup came out the winner on the week, and I'm not having that. I'm back today. I'm getting revenge for my channel, for the boys in blue. Let's get into this. Ultragam versus Dorking Wanderers. For once, things are starting to go right for Ultragam. They're starting to climb up the table out of that relegation zone and back into a position where they should be more stable on the field. But Dorking, they scored for fun versus Daggers 5-1, but they did draw after that versus Yeovil, and I reckon that'll be a psychological thing going into the game. I don't think Dorking are going to get the win in this. I reckon they would normally, but due to the draw versus struggling Yeovil, I think it'll be a draw again on the day, 1-1.
In the next game, we head over to Tim Pot Lane, where it's Bromley versus Gateshead. Bromley coming off the back of a nice 2-0 victory, ending Bournemouth's 8-game run. Adam Marriott at the double, putting Bromley into 4th. What's significant about that is Bromley are now 4 points off the top of the league, which is absolutely mental. Oh god. Gateshead lost at home to Ultragam. They went 1-0 up thanks to an Owen Bailey early goal, but they weren't able to hold on. They ended up conceding 3, which is just poor against Ultragam. I mean, we're bad, but we only conceded 1, which is kind of crazy to be honest, because Gateshead are now level on points with Ultragam. What is this world? Bromley at home this season are absolutely insane. They're on 16 points, tied with Notts County, so they're going to win again. It's plain, it's simple, and it's easy. Like Aldershot getting 3 points. It's going to be Bromley 3, Gateshead 1. Adam Marriott to score again. Diversity. Am I a mug?
Bromley versus Gateshead, 4th versus 17th. Bromley sitting up there, undefeated in 4 games. I really didn't expect them to be up there this season, but they are flying high. Whilst Gateshead struggling down near the foot of the table, down in 17th. Lost at home recently to strugglers Ultragam 3-1. I believe this is Bromley's game to take. They'll be at home. They'll have the crowd behind them. 3-1 to Bromley.
Following on from that, we have Dagenham and Redbridge at home to the Shrimpers, aka Diversity's men Southend. This should be a banger. Dagenham and Redbridge just gave Chesterfield their second consecutive home loss in a row, winning 3-2. It was a 5-goal thriller. Junior Murars put them 1-0 up, and Paul McCallum at the double saw Dagenham and Redbridge boys go 3-0 up. It's unbelievable. Chesterfield did get 2 goals back. Tyrone Williams got a 90-second one to make it 3-2, but hate to break it to you, mate, that's way too late. Dagenham and Redbridge are now on 3 wins out of 4 games, so they are looking beautiful. Southend drew 1-0 to Woking. Marcus Dackers in the 66th minute gets them an equaliser, but they didn't even manage to get the win. What are you doing, Diversity? You gotta help me out here. Destroy the scum. God, it's not that hard. One interesting thing though, Southend are now undefeated in 4 games, having drawn 2 and won 2, so they're gonna make it 5. Or are they? 13 points in 6 home games for Dagenham and Redbridge, and 5 points in 5 games away from home for Southend. So I'm going for a 5-goal thriller again. Dagenham and Redbridge love scoring and conceding goals, so it is going to be Dagenham and Redbridge 3, Southend 2. Diversity. You're going to have a go at me, aren't you? Let's get on with it.
Dagenham and Redbridge versus my team, Southend. It's going to be close, if I'm honest. 12th versus 13th. Dagenham score loads of goals, as we've seen in their recent games, but they also concede loads, which is a shining light for Blues, who need revenge, to be fair. We played Dagenham 3 times last season, twice in the league, once in the FA Trophy, and we lost all of the games. We need revenge, and we've only lost 1 in our last 5 games. I reckon Blues are going to shine in this one. 2-1 Southend.
In the next game, we move over to an even 10 pottier place, if that's even a word. It's Eastleigh versus Chesterfield. Eastleigh coming off the back of a 0-0 draw versus Aldershot Town. My team are the boys in red and blue. They were bloody terrible, to be honest. I mean, they were there for the taking and we just didn't have that attacking threat in the final third. It wasn't really attacking threat, it's more the attacking quality, to be honest, just to put them to bed. We should have won the game realistically. But no, Snorlax versus Jigglypuff prevails. If they play like that against Chesterfield, then they will be punished like the silly team that they are. Chesterfield, I'm relying on you. Having said that, Chesterfield are off the back of 2 losses in a row, Maidenhead and Dagenham and Redbridge, so Eastleigh will be looking at that thinking, you know what, we can bag ourselves a result out of this game, because we're brilliant, Jeff. Tyrone Williams bagged himself a stoppage time goal yet again. That man loves scoring late on for fun. Why can't you score earlier, man? Me, I should bloody give them a lesson in shooting. Chesterfield desperately need a win if they want to get themselves back in the title race. They're not out of it by any means, but losing 2 in a row, this is really when you need to dig deep, find the character inside the squad and start building some momentum again. So that is why I'm going for a Chesterfield win. Tyrone Williams will bag himself yet another stoppage time goal because apparently that's what he likes doing. So my score prediction is Eastleigh 1. They will actually score. Chesterfield 2. Diversity. What are you thinking, pal?
Into the next one we go. Eastleigh versus Chesterfield. The Spiralites starting to fall a little bit. Lost their last 2 games with Paul Cook. It's been a bit of a shaky one for Chesterfield recently. Down now in 3rd place. Eastleigh always troubling opposition. They'll be at home. They'll have a loud support behind them. I think Chesterfield will just nick it on the day, but barely. It'll come down to fine lines. Chesterfield 2, Eastleigh 1. Sorry.
Bloody hell, I can't even believe I'm going to be saying this, but in the next game we have Maidenhead versus Oldham. That's not the unbelievable part if you're bloody confused, by the way. But Maidenhead are on more points than Oldham going into this game. I backed them to get bloody relegated at the bottom of the league. Maidenhead bagged themselves a 3-2 victory over Torquay. It was a 5-goal thriller, but they left it till the 95th minute. A dramatic end at Plainmoor. What a finish! Remy Claribel bags himself a 95th minute winner, sends the away end absolutely balmy. That's now back-to-back victories for Maidenhead, scoring 5 goals, conceding 3, so they'll be looking at this game going, you know what, I fancy myself to get points. Although Oldham sit 1 place below them in the league, there is a 4-point gap between them. That gap is bigger than Expression's 2 front teeth. Oldham just drew 2-2 to Scunny. They did take the lead thanks to a goal from Okagbue, the man that extended his loan to January. But then they conceded 2 goals, but got a late penalty. Ben Tollett bang back of the net in the 75th minute. It's a draw at Boundary Park. It is going to be a very tight game at Maidenhead, but I am backing the home side to get the 3 points. It's going to be Maidenhead 2, Oldham 1. Keza, I'm so sorry. Diversity. Thoughts? Question mark.
Maidenhead versus Oldham. The Laptics, no win in 3 on the new manager bounce. The new manager coming in should boost your team, should boost the morale up. And it's not really done that. They came close against Wrexham, but that's as much as we can say for them. Maidenhead, although underrated, beginning of the season, they were struggling all over the field. And in the last 5 games, they've won 3, only lost the 2. I think 1 was against Chesterfield as well. I think they beat them last week, and that made me look like a right mug. I reckon Maidenhead again will take it to big team Oldham. 2-2 full-time score.
Before the last game week, I would have been bloody back in this game to be a bloody stale, boring of the bottom of the table clash. I can't even get my words out properly, that's how boring it would have been. But Halifax selfishly decided to get a 1-0 win over York. And now, it's not going to be boring at all. Maidstone have the joint worst goal difference in the league, on -13. Bloody hell, they leak. Maidstone just lost 4-3 to Barnet. Barnet liked scoring, conceding goals for fun as well. But Maidstone, you're on -13 goal difference. What are you doing, boys? Jack Barham and Regan Booty amongst the goals, but in their last 4 games, they've conceded 12. This is going to be a leaky one. The Shaman coming into this fixture off the back of a nice 1-0 victory in the Yorkshire derby against York. Rob Harker with a 28th minute goal, putting the ball into the back of the net, and after seeing those stats, it is a deserved win for them. Now, it's at Maidstone, but for me, there is only one winner in this game. They're on -13 goal difference, so they will lose. it is going to be Maidstone 1, Halifax 3, and a partridge in a pear tree. Diversity. It's over to you.
A clash at the foot of the table then. Maidstone versus Halifax. The Shaman actually starting to look up a little bit now. They were at the foot of the table a couple of weeks ago, but won 2 of their last games whilst losing 3. Maidstone not won anything in their last 4 games. I think this is the Shamans to take. They've got that National League experience in there. They're starting to find some form. It's going to be 2-0 to Halifax.
Now, we head on over to the game that I'll be going to. It's Scunthorpe at home to Aldershot Town. Scunthorpe just drew 2-2 at Boundary Park after going 1-0 down. Joe Nuttall managed to bag his 6th goal of the season. Scunthorpe made it 2-1. But then they conceded a late penalty. Joe Nuttall will be looking at this fixture as an opportunity to get himself some more goals this season. But our defence, no, they say. Tyler Cordner, Ollie Harfield, Archie Davies, Giles Phillips, Corey Jordan, whoever's playing, they are rocks. Scunthorpe in the last 5 games are undefeated with 4 draws and 1 win. So it's about to change. Aldershot will turn it around. And we will win today. Well, tomorrow. Aldershot coming off the back of a 0-0 draw on the Hampshire Derby where he had some chances and he went close a few times. Tyler Cordner right at the end, probably should have shot first time. He could have put the ball in the back of the net, but that is for another day. We move on to this fixture where we really need to be bagging 3 points with Mark Mosley's job on the line. A lot of fans are calling for his head. Me personally, I'm not. I don't know. First of all, who would bring in? I don't know who would be able to provide the money to be able to afford our second Mark because we've only got like 2p in the bank it seems. So let's get some points. I've been informed by some Oldham fans that Scunthorpe were the worst team that they've seen at Boundary Park this season and we've been there. So that gives me some hope. I said this and then we went and lost 1-0 to Ultragam, so surely we've got to win one of these games and we will today. My score prediction, it's going to be a close one, is Scunthorpe 0, Aldershot 1, Justin Amaluza to bag the goal. Diversity. Will you finally back the Aldershot boys?
Perhaps the most important game to Hiccups viewers here is Scunthorpe versus Aldershot. The shot's slipping. I'm really sorry, guys. You are falling down that table. Ex-Southend boss Mark Mosley at the helm. Are you guys confident in him? I wasn't when he was at Southend for a while, but he could do it, but I don't think he will. Scunthorpe, 4 draws and 1 win in their last 5. Much better in the form compared to the Shots. I reckon Scunthorpe are going to nick it. I'm really sorry, Shots fans. 1-0 to Scunthorpe.
Next up, we have Wealdstone at home to Borehamwood, and Wealdstone, after that nice performance at Aldershot, are coming off the back of a 2-1 loss to Solihull. One of their best players, Jack Cook, went off injured, so hopefully for him, it's not too bad of an injury because I know how vital of a player he is to Wealdstone's side. In that last game, Olamola managed to bag himself his 2nd goal of the season, so he'll be looking to get some more goals. If he can bag himself a goal in this, then it'll be looking beautiful. Borehamwood lost for the first time since that 2-1 home loss at Aldershot. Yes, I keep saying it, but it's because it's only 3 points away from him this season. It was bloody beautiful. A double from Adam Marriott meant that Borehamwood lost their unbeaten run, and now they go below Bromley in the National League table. It's probably the best game of the weekend, to be honest, and Borehamwood would be looking at this as an opportunity to get back to winning ways after stumbling against that last game of Bromley. And this will be almost the perfect game to do it, a team that is pushing for playoffs alongside them. So if they can extend that gap between the two sides, then it'll be looking beautiful. Wealdstone are a very good football playing National League side, but I think Borehamwood are just too much for them. Borehamwood are top of the away standings this season, so that is why I'm going to be backing them to win. My score prediction is Wealdstone 1, Borehamwood 2. Diversity. What are you thinking, pal?
Into one of the tightest games, I think, of the day. Wealdstone versus Borehamwood. 2 teams up there fighting for promotion in the playoff fight. I reckon Wealdstone will nick this. Borehamwood, don't get me wrong, very good team under Luke Gerrard. Now to play the ball and play the game really well. But I reckon this is Wealdstone's to take. I think it's Reece Brown, their striker, winger type player, will nick it, I reckon. He's a great quality player. 1-0 to Wealdstone.
In the next game, we move over to the Kingfield Stadium. It's Woking at home to Notts County. Woking coming off the back of a 1-1 draw against Southend. Greg O'Cox put them 1-0 up. That man is on fire this season. As much as I hate to say it, he is bagging goals for fun. Notts are now top of the league after Erling Langstaff scored his 15th goal of the season against Wrexham. What a time to score a goal, really. That is an absolutely significant goal for Notts County's season because now, I mean, it's only 1 point, but they are still above Wrexham. They are top of the league for the first time this season, and they'll be looking to stay there. Woking are a very good side at home, 12 points in 5 games, and Notts County away from home currently sit 3rd, 11 points in 6 games. This is a very hard one to predict. These two very good sides, both pushing for the playoffs this year, but Notts County will get the better of them. They are a side. But if it stays like this, they'll end up winning the league. So Erling Langstaff's going to bag himself a double. Grego Cox will bag himself another. My score prediction is Woking 1, Notts County 3. Diversity. It's over to you.
Woking versus Notts County. Notts County top of the league for a reason. They've won their last 3, beat Wrexham last week. They are in superb form, doing very well indeed. But Woking, a team that are up there. They came to Southend in the middle of the week. Full time was one on. Very good organised squad out on the field. I reckon Woking will do this one today. I reckon they will sneak it. Notts County will have the pressure on them of having Chesterfield and Wrexham chasing their tails. I think on the day, Woking will nick it 2-1.
Hold on to your horses, we're off for an adventure. We are now moving over to the racecourse. What am I doing? Wrexham versus Barnet. Wrexham were just handed their second defeat of the season away at Notts County. It was a bloody brilliant performance from the home side. Unfortunately for them, they were unable to find the back of the net. Paul Mullen, you're nothing on Erling Langstaff. Barnet are coming off the back of a 7-goal thriller at the Hive. It was 4 goals for Barnet, 3 for Maidstone. It is absolutely unbelievable the amount of goals that they score in league. Kabamba bagged his 6th goal of the season. Dale Gorman, Ben Winter and Rob Hall scored in both ends. In their last 4 home games, Wrexham have scored 18 goals. And Barnet, in their last 3, have conceded 13, so this is going to be a juicy one. Will this be a 0-0 draw? Wrexham are 100% at home, and that is why I'm going to be backing them to win again. It is going to be not 1, not 2, not 7, but an 8-goal thriller. It is going to be Wrexham 5, Barnet 3. Diversity. The stage is yours.
Wrexham versus Barnet. 2nd versus 11th. Barnet, a team falling down the table. They were top of the league a couple of weeks ago. Now starting to fall down into mid-table obscurity. Wrexham obviously lost to Notts County last week, but I reckon it will spur them on, that loss. Apparently in the second half, according to their fan base, they did superbly well and could have easily have drawn the game or even gone on to win it. I reckon Wrexham is going to be a high-scoring game. 4-2 to Wrexham.
In the penultimate game of the weekend, we have Yeovil at home to Solihull Moors. Yeovil just bagged themselves another draw of the season, drawing 1-1 away at Dorking. Sam Pearson with the goal, but they will not be scoring in this game. Solihull just secured themselves a nice 2-1 victory over the mighty Stones. Joe Sabara and Andrew Dallas with the goals. What did I say? I am such a genius! I mean, realistically, this is just the easiest game to call of the weekend. We may as well just wrap this one up now. Solihull, they're going to be in their armchairs by the second half. They're going to be having a picnic in the goal. They'll be bloody doing fishing on the halfway line. It's just going to be plain sailing, comfortable. They will be cruising. It is going to be a nice, easy win for them. It is going to be Yeovil 0, Solihull Moors 3. If I get this wrong, I'm going to look like an absolute muck. Diversity. For the second to last time this episode, it's your go.
Next up for me, Yeovil versus Solihull. Yeovil really struggling this year. No win in several games. Ever since Daryl Saul left in the summer, they've not looked the same side. They came to Southend recently, didn't look right. And on the pitch, it isn't looking right for them either. But Solihull sitting up high, where they always will be. Quality strikers, quality across the field, to be fair. I reckon it won't be much of a contest for Solihull in this short journey for them. 2-0 to Solihull.
And the last game of the episode is York versus Torquay, and this is going to be a juicy one. No, it's not. York just got destroyed by Halifax in the Yorkshire derby. It was only 1-0, but looking at the stats, they got battered. The fish and chip shop. Oh my god, Leno John Lewis. York get battered. His name is a shop. York is the fish and chip shop. Torquay were very close to securing a point at Plainmoor, but a 95th minute goal from Maidenhead said no. You're not getting anything. It was absolute heartbreak in the home end, and they'll be looking at this game thinking that they need to bag themselves a point as they currently sit on the bottom of the table. Please stay there. Oh god, Aldershot, please. For Torquay, it's 5 points in the last 10 games, and for York, it's 14 points in the last 8 games, so they are looking brilliant, and that is why York will be getting the 3 points today. It is going to be a nice and comfortable brace for the man, the myth, the legend, Leno John Lewis, the fish and chip shop. Going to be York City 2. Torquay 1 in diversity for the last time for this episode. Over to you.
York versus Torquay. Can we all just agree that York are surprising all of us here in this league? I genuinely thought they would be struggling like relegation competitors or something like that. They are up, I think it's in 9th or 7th off the top of my head. They are doing superbly well. Unlike Torquay, I have a few Torquay fans that watch my videos and they are not happy at all with their manager, Gary Johnson. I reckon this is the game he will be sacked afterwards. York 3, Torquay 0. Thank you to everyone who's watched this video today. I hope you liked mine and Hiccup's predictions. And if I don't bloody win this week, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might go into hiding if you don't see me ever again on this channel. Or if I win this week, Hiccup's probably found me and has done many things to me. But I hope you've enjoyed this. Peace.
Thank you very much for watching this video. Like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Share it with a friend. Let's get this video up to 300 views. Let's get it to 15 likes. We've set ourselves a like target for the first time in forever. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure to click that subscribe button. I think 15% of people that watch my videos are subscribed. That is absolutely ludicrous. Subscribe, people. But until next week, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please, 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 can we win this episode again? Because we're on a 3-episode winning streak. Let's make it 4. So if Aldershot get themselves the 3 points, and I'll see you beautiful people later. Let's go!